All right, guys, here's a quick old video update. November and December have been crazy months for me. I don't really know why, but I've been getting so many orders, which is good, but it's weird because, this is the off season, especially for, the orders that I'm getting. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm in Florida, so we cut all the time, but like this one went to Jersey. This one went to Minnesota. This one's going to Virginia Beach. This one's going to Michigan. This one's going to Pennsylvania. One went to Texas last month, but last month I think I shipped 7, and the majority of those were in the northern states. So I don't really know. I think some people are using them maybe for snow blowers and stuff like that. But anyway, this is two 60-inch extendeds and a 60-inch standard on the shelf, cut up and ready to go. Tomorrow I'll be drilling holes, but I wanted to take a few minutes and explain a couple of things. The 60-inch extended ramp is 6 inches overall longer than the 60-inch standard ramp. Now, there's 2 reasons for that. One, it's because I needed a little bit more room to change where the legs mount on the ramp for that added clearance that you need if you're using a standard mower, or if your truck is a little higher than normal. And for the most part, that has solved the problem. But in the 75 or so ramps that I have sold, there's been 3 times where a Gravely Pro Stance has stabbed me in the back. For whatever reason, I'm having an issue with those. I thought it was just a combination of a 2018-19 F-150 and a Gravely Pro Stance, but I found out the other day that a guy who has a 250 is having the same issue. Now, I'm assuming the 250 is a bigger truck, it's taller, so it makes sense. So I'm going to send that guy some booster feet after he sends me the information he needs as far as how much taller it needs to be. And what that'll be is just some bolt-on pieces. I think I did a quick video of that. I may not have, though, which was just some mounts that go here and just bolt on and give an extra, 1.5 inches or whatever you need. So that solves that problem for the most part. But having to make those things is a pain in the ass. And I make them, send them, and give them to the people for free because I want them to have what they need. So, it costs me money, obviously, which is fine. But if I can eliminate that issue, I want to do that. So first, we'll talk about the reason why the 60-inch extended ramp is only 6 inches longer. And it has to do with the cost and the shipping process. If you haven't seen my shipping box up video, it's very short. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I use these flat panel TV boxes. And those boxes are about as big as you can send before you get into needing to use the freight as a shipping option. Now, freight costs more, but in order for me to ship these where it's not freight, the packages have to be less than 150 pounds a piece, and they have to be smaller than some combined United inch measurement. Where I'm at is right on the cusp, so I can't go much wider than this because the boxes that I use only have a 41-inch wide capacity. So these are 39 inches, and then you add the hinge, the hinge sleeve and pin, and that adds like another 1.25 inches, which, puts us basically at 40 and a quarter, or maybe sometime or close to 40 and a half, which doesn't leave a lot of room in that box, which is fine, tight fit, but I can't go any wider. That's basically the bottom line. So that's one of the reasons why it's this long. And I found that this extra 6 inches was all I really needed. But I am going to make a change, not for these ramps that I'm putting out, unfortunately, but going forward for the new year. This is the way that the drop-down legs look. There's a couple of other components that get welded on here, but for the most part, this is an oversimplification of it, but this is the length of it. If you have the ramp, you know how long they are. If you don't have the ramp, me telling you the length won't make a difference. So the point is that if I cut a couple of inches off of here, and then I use a piece that can sleeve in and out, I can do 1-inch holes for pins and, make it adjustable 1-inch increments from the standard length in 2 inches and maybe like out 6 or something. Obviously, we won't need that kind of a range, but if I'm going to make it adjustable, I might as well make it as far as adjustable as possible. And so this should solve just about every issue. And when I say every issue, I mean to say I have not had very many. Like I said, statistically, 75 ramps, 3 issues is not bad at all. But, that's going to be the fix for that. So maybe in the definitely in the new year, I'll start making adjustable legs. But I'm also considering the possibility of getting rid of the standard size ramp, because at this point, it's better to just sell the full size ramp. What's the point of selling a shorter ramp and then somebody risking moving it to a bigger truck later and it not working or something? Again, the modifications are very small. Anybody could do it. So it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's just, why even create that problem? So that's the explanation of the 60-inch extended versus standard. This is what it looks like to have 3 ramps on a shelf, minus the expanded metal, of course. And then one of the things that I was going to talk about too is this. I put when I put the orders on the board here, I print them out and then I put the orders on the board. And I just do the initials for the person's name, the state it's going to, the order number, the amount of days till shipping, and then the size of the ramp, or the type of the ramp, I should put. So this is a 57-inch standard. This is a 60-inch standard. This is a 60-inch extended. This is a 60-inch standard. That's a 60-inch extended. Now, this is a 57-inch standard. That's a new size. And the reason why I decided to make that size is because the Nissan Frontier and the Dodge Dakota have fall kind of in between the, like a Ford Ranger size and an F-150 size. And I only had to edit my table. It literally only took me like 10 minutes to do this. I had to change some places or some, I shaved that down. I added a couple of little spacers there. And now I can build the 57-inch on this table. So this table, I am able to build the 60 standard and extended, the 57-inch standard and extended, and 48-inch standard and extended, all on this table without having to, do any major measuring or any of that stuff. So that's why I was able to introduce that 57-inch, because of the process is so streamlined for me now that it doesn't take much to add a thing. I just open up the computer and I change the numbers on the spreadsheet and it spits out my cut list. So there's that. The other thing I wanted to address is people who are concerned that even the 60-inch standard is not long enough. I cannot add any more length without increasing the shipping price dramatically to the actual ramp section itself. But I can make the dovetail bigger by another 6 inches. So you could have a 24-inch dovetail and give yourself some extra room there too. So, and that is where the adjustable legs will come into play, because when I start to offer the extended dovetail, it will throw off how long the legs need to be, the drop down legs. So making the legs adjustable will make it so that I can make the same legs for every ramp and not have to worry about that stuff. So anyway, I hope all this made sense. I'm tired. I'm going to go in the house and get in the shower and watch a movie with my kid. I hope everybody is having a good night.